The BOYZ N THE HOOD gallery is part of the core exhibition at the museum, Stories of Cinema. The film is a very classic coming-of-age story told within the context of the South Central neighborhood. So it deals with issues like police brutality, gang violence, and this classic trope. The museum is celebrating BOYZ N THE HOOD because the film industry really hadn't filmed south of Olympic Boulevard at this time in 1991. At the time, it was made by someone from South Central, the writer-director John Singleton. It went on to have such great critical and commercial success. The groundbreaking nature of the story he was telling, the lasting impact that it's had, as well as the success that it had in a mainstream way that was not necessarily typical for a film with a Black cast and crew. It's the start of pretty much all of the actors' careers. Even actors in the film that are now sort of considered household names like Angela Bassett and Laurence Fishburne really hadn't had true mainstream success until this film.
I can't teach him how to be a man. That's your job.
The young newcomers like Cuba Gooding Jr., Nia Long, Morris Chestnut, Ice Cube, it was his first acting role, so this totally launched him into movie stardom in a way that no one really anticipated. One of the key objects in the BOYZ N THE HOOD gallery is a dress from Tyra Farrell, who's the actress who played Mrs. Baker. It's sort of like a nightgown. It's very familiar in a way that I really love. This dress is meant to highlight Tyra Farrell's involvement in shaping her own character. Tyra Farrell shopped for her own outfits because she just felt so strongly about how she envisioned the character. Another key object in the BOYZ N THE HOOD exhibit is a snapback hat, a Detroit Lions hat worn by Ice Cube playing Doughboy in the film. I think visitors will kind of instantly recognize this because it's like a signature element of Doughboy's style, but we also chose it because it's really reflective of Ice Cube's sort of star power at this time.
So what do you do for a living? You work at McDonald's?
Yeah, part-time. I had to cut that back and and be a part-time musician.
You know, you got an album out and everything now?
Yeah, America's Most Wanted.
Okay, that's good. How's it doing?
It's platinum.
We really want to teach people about the making of the film while also creating an immersive experience that is more like the actual neighborhood of South Central where the film was shot. I feel like John Singleton, he was just convinced that his story of growing up in his neighborhood was important enough to be a film, and that made this film that is still watched today and loved by so many, and you don't have to be from the neighborhood to understand the emotions and the characters in the film. I really hope it inspires people to view their own neighborhoods that way as important and worthy of storytelling, and also for young Black people to feel like they can make a film, they can direct a film. John Singleton had virtually no directing experience going into this, and he went on to become a huge director, launching so many other people's career in the industry. So I hope that people feel like that's possible for them after being in the gallery.